I've already taken still photos of the vehicle, so here when I do the paint meter readings, I just like to do the video. It seems to be a lot easier, and that way I'm not sending like an extra 100 pictures also. This is about 5 or 6 feet. The vehicle seems to present well, but you can still see blemishes, and you see that the chrome needs attention, and then some chipping there on the hood. So let's go ahead and start off with the paint meter readings. Here on the right side of the hood, got 8. This meter reads in the thousandths of an inch. So 8, 9, 8, 8, 8 10, 10.5. So we're showing some consistencies there, just with the exception of 2 thousandths of an inch. They're looking at the front grille area here. We can see where the chrome's gonna need some attention, right? I always like to kind of hit the components or tap on them just to make sure nothing falls loose. So don't see any dents in the chrome. There is some scuffing here that might be able to be reworked when they have it re-chromed, or if you decide to have it re-chromed. This is just a little bit loose, but I don't see any signs of impact damage, and the bumper guards look like they're in decent shape as well. Okay, moving on. This is the left fender, 9, 6.5, 7.5, 9, and 19.7. So when we get that reading specifically, that's an indication of body filler. So it looks like here on the lower fender, there is some use of body filler here. Here there's a scratch and some blemishing as well. Okay, moving forward, here the windshield rubber looks decent here, just slightly dried here. Don't see any obvious chips or scratches, right? Just some light pitting. While I'm here, I like to look at the dash as well while I'm here, the top side, and just check it for cracks. Grills look like they're in decent shape. Here the wiper blades are worn. I'll have to check the operation still. And while I'm here, here's a view of the top side of the convertible top. Here the bright work just slightly dull there, needs some attention there. Here at the belt line, you can see where some needs some attention here. Glass here, I don't see nothing obvious. The car's a little dirty. I had to wipe it down initially because I had a light coating of dust. That way I can see as much as possible. Left door, 11.5, 7.5, 6.5, 12.5, and 12 thousandths of an inch. Here you can see on the door handle here, that's gonna need attention as well. Polishing or being reworked. Quarter panel, 11.5, 8.5. Let's try that again. I'm not getting a reading down here, so chance there's body filler down there as well. 13, 9, 18. And again, probably more body filler down there. I always like to see how the door opens and closes. Right. I check to see, make sure it doesn't drop. Hinges seem pretty tight, and here we go. Okay. Little clinky, but it is closing, and the panels are flush with the adjacent panel. Right, moving on. I always like to get a view from the side panels, starting from going down, then working my way up, and then just trying different angles with the camera as well. I can see just a little bit of waviness in there in the door panel. Right. And here at the back side, here we can see where the rear storage compartment here, the panel is lifted, right? Not nowhere near as flush as the right side. Okay. Looking at the back side of the convertible top, don't see any tears or rips in the material. Back windows is slightly creased there. Not sure if that'll polish out, but that's always an option. Chrome looks decent, but again, it's gonna need attention as well, depending on what level you want to take this at. Okay. You could view it off and get the paint meter readings. Got 12.5 thousandths of an inch, 15. Here towards the center, 15, 16.5, 13, and 13. Rear lenses, I don't see any cracks in them, and I got a nice close-up of the date stamp on there. I believe it is period correct. Here, let's get a view of the side panels. Okay, and we'll get some quarter panel readings while I'm here. Okay, 11.5. Okay, 9.5. Okay, got the 19.7, 9.5, 19.7. Here, seller tells me that the rear quarter glass is gonna need some attention, and you can see the belt line scrapers that need attention as well, along with the outer pull handle. So some more readings. 7, 8.5. More high readings there on the bottom. Also, I noted that it looks like it does have a good seal from the window to the top, and even though I didn't get it on the left side, I did take pictures of it and it looks pretty good. Okay, glass from this angle here. Just the rubber here. Don't see any scratches or signs of delamination. And here's a view of the dash. And then it's got something going on here. Not sure what that is. Oh, there is a small tear here, right there at the beading. Okay, let's get some more readings. 9, 8.5, 8, 19.7, 9.5, and 7, and the right front wheel. One last look here as I push up. We're getting ready to start the vehicle up. This is actually the second time that we'll be starting it. We started briefly just to roll up the windows, but here we go. Okay. To demonstrate how to start the vehicle, there is a little trick to it, and we want to make sure you're clear of it. So go ahead.
It's hard to do. Still. Okay, now that I'm starting.
Okay, so when he starts the vehicle, you turn in the ignition, and then this going back a little bit on the gear shift, but it does fire right up.
Yeah, right away.
Okay, and then it's just a quick look at the gauges here, and then I'll watch those later. And then we're gonna let the engine idle for a little bit here, because we're gonna go ahead and operate the top and then the rear storage compartment. Going here to the engine bay, everything looked pretty straightforward. I got the stamped numbers. It's idling very well. I don't hear any abnormal noises coming from the top end or bottom end. The pulleys look like they're straight. I checked all the fluids, right? I couldn't get a power steering reading, but we'll see if that works. Brake fluid, I'll see that reading. And then we'll take a quick look at the coolant. I've already looked at it, didn't see any signs of cross-contamination, but I just want to make sure we don't see any bubbling, right? That'd be an indication of some sort of internal engine failure. I've already got the transmission dipstick reading, nice and pink, looks good. And I got the little date stamps here on the fenders. Check the battery well area. Didn't see any signs of corrosion. And then when he started up the vehicle, I don't see any smoke coming out of the tailpipe, which is good. Typically, you know, black, blue, gray, white, that always means something, and it's coming out pretty clean. The exhaust has got a nice sound to it as well, and you got a couple revs. Next video is we'll do the a little bit of condensation there on the right side, so I'll be sure to watch that. We're currently doing the top operation. We literally let the car idle for about a couple of minutes, if anything. We can see the hydraulic pumps working. We see the spare tire. Here is the trunk well area. The other side. All right, it's working well. And here goes the convertible top. And we'll watch it as it goes down. All right, tucked away nicely. About the completed cycle. I can see it where it's kind of just settling in now. And then here is the fit. And still slightly raised here on the left corner. All right. So verified the top of the operation of the convertible top seemed seamless. I've already driven the vehicle a couple of miles already, so I can switch over with Finn so I can do the video here, but I'm gonna stay quiet. Finn had told me that the speed odometer is not working, but the transmission is shifting seamlessly. We're scooting along pretty good here. I'd say well above 50, 55 miles an hour. There's no shimmy coming from the steering wheel when he applies the brakes. No shimmy as well. The only thing is when we drive hands-free, it does pull to the left. Finn had mentioned that it's due to the power steering and not an alignment issue. So just be mindful of that the power steering may have a leak. Again, I checked the heater operation, that works. Defroster, radio, turn signals all work. The horn and windshield wipers, I verified the operation of that. The parking brake is going to be a little tricky. There's a little lever that you have to manually pull behind those. There's some switches there, and we're pulling up now, and the vehicle drove well.